Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing, the series that tries to give you all the information you might possibly need about the upcoming week on the service. Now, let's start off with, in my eyes, the GOAT. Now, listen, many people will disagree with this. Of course they will, but this is just my opinion. But the GOAT for me is IMSA at Daytona, because that's where we're going this week. IMSA at Daytona is returning, and for me, it's just a GOAT. I love this place. It's the first time I ever did a proper endurance race. I did a 24-hour here. I love it. I really, really, really love it. I've been fortunate enough to go watch this race in real life. I did this year, and it was just mega. Really, really, really fantastic. So this has got a special place in my heart, and hopefully, fingers crossed for you boys and girls, you'll enjoy it as well. Now, we have the open, the fixed, and also the 6 hours. So we've got 6 hour at Daytona this weekend. Now, rain-wise, you don't have to worry about anything like that in the open and the fixed, but you are going to have to worry about the rain in the 6 hour. There is, I believe, a 35% chance of rain, so do keep an eye on the radar. If you've got a spotter or anything like that, make sure they keep an eye on the weather radar, because those conditions will be changing throughout the race. The race, I am sure. But yeah, apart from that, I think it starts about 6:55 p.m. in-game, bit of a random time. But yeah, 6:55 p.m., so kind of almost sunset vibes. If you're doing a 6 hour, you're most certainly going to go into the night, but let's be honest, it's Daytona, there's lots of floodlights, so you probably will barely even notice it. But yeah, I don't really think there's too much else to tell you about it, really. It's going to be low 30 degrees because of how late it starts in the day. So it'll be low 30 degrees. You'll probably drop into the 20s in the race and in the 6 hour. Will you drop below 20 degrees? You'll get there. You'll get very, very close. So track will feel absolutely pucker. But no, I think apart from that, IMSA at Daytona, listen, it's goated. I think it's great. If you don't like it, then a bit annoying for you if you don't, because it's going to be very, very popular. Softs are going to be very, very high because it's Daytona. Everybody loves it. Anyways, right. Shall we move on to GT Sprint, shall we? Right, so next up, we do have the GT Sprint stuff. So we've got the GT Sprint, the Fixed, and the Endurance Series. All three, of course, follow each other. And we're going back to the Bend. I say going back. We've just finished racing the Bend in IMSA, but now GT Sprint is also going to the Bend. So if you have this track, if you purchase this track, you're going to get your money's worth this season. I think that's for sure, especially if you drive in the GT3. Now, listen, I can't personally comment on this track too much. I've driven it a little bit, but from what I've heard, when people actually have driven it, it's quite a lot of fun. So if you are out there wondering whether you should give it a go, listen, if you can afford it and you've got a bit of spare cash flying around, I'd say give it a go, because if it's going to get any sort of traction, kind of popularity, GT Sprint is going to be the one that gives it the popularity of the track. So it could be one of those tracks that is severely underrated because it's brand new. Not many people have heard it, but when you actually go and race it, it's actually class. So, you know, if you're thinking about purchasing the Bend, but you're worried about participation levels, I think this week, if you're going to do it, if you're going to buy the Bend, this week would be the week to buy it, I personally think, because the GT stuff is there. So, yeah, give it a go and tell me what you think. And fingers crossed you did enjoy it. But, yeah, we're going to the Bend once again. If you don't like the Bend, then my condolences, because IMSA's had it and now GT Sprint. Starting relatively early in the morning, I think 5 to 9 in the morning. And because it's quite early, you don't need to worry about track temperature. We're low 20 degrees Celsius at the moment, and yeah, no chance of rain either in this. No chance of rain either. And if you're worried or wondering about the track layout, it's exactly the same as the IMSA one last week. So it's not the Mahusiv 32-33 corner version. It is the, I want to say international. Hope I've got that right. It is the one that basically is used all the time. It is like the go-to one, shall we say. So, you know, you should be fine, especially if you've done a bit of IMSA this week. You'll know exactly what you're racing around. But yeah, GT3 stuff, going to the Bend. Fingers crossed you enjoy it. Maybe this track will get a bit of traction. Who knows? Let's see. Fingers crossed. And yeah, hopefully you do enjoy. All right, up next, let's talk about the Falcon Sports Car Challenge and the GT4 and LMP3 series that also follow it. So we've got the multi-class series with the LMP3s and GT4s, and then we've got the fixed versions of the GT4s and the LMP3s. They're going to Road America this week. Now, let me tell you, I'm not a huge fan of this track, as many of you will know already, but there is just something so good and so pure about the LMP3 at Road America. If you've not given it a go, I highly recommend you do. I've never known a car and track combo to work so well together. It's class. It's just great. It really, really is. Like I said, I never expected to enjoy this car and track combo, but it's truly great. And I think it takes a great car for me to overlook what I think personally about a track, and the LMP3 here just does it. It's really, really good. So if you get the chance, please do give the LMP3 a go this week. The track temperature is going to be hot. It is low 40 degrees Celsius, so it's going to be toasty out there. That's for sure. Now, there is no chance of rain apart from the GT4 series, which has a 29% chance of rain. The multi-class and the LMP3 fixed, you do not need to worry about. You'll be absolutely fine. There is no 2-hour version of this, sadly. That was Silverstone. That has just gone by. So, yeah, I mean, we had this a couple of seasons ago, the 2-hour version of Road America anyway. So you do need to mix it up every now and then. But, yeah, firstly, a little bit gutted because I love this combo, and I think many of you will love it as well. A really, really good week so far, I have to say. A big improvement on last, but that is just my opinion. If you enjoyed last week, good stuff. But if you're a bit like me and just a little bit frustrated, thinking there are some better combos out there, you know, not the same old, but there are better combos out there. Hopefully this week you feel a little bit better. I certainly feel a little better this week. I'll certainly be jumping on board some of these cars, certainly the LMP3, and doing a bit of IMSA as well. But without further delay, let's have a look at some other series, shall we? See where they're heading, and let's hope the good streak of good combos continues. Okay, let's have a look at some other series, shall we? So we'll keep a look on the sports car stuff for now, but we'll move to the other classes afterwards. So we'll start with the production car challenge currently at Road America. That is going to go to El Garve. The Ferrari challenge, that's going to go to Thruxton. That'd be quite hilarious with the amount of horsepower these things have and how quick they go. So going to Thruxton. TCRs, where are they going this week? Road America. Makes sense, doesn't it? With the Vulcan tyre challenge going there as well. Porsche Cup Series, quite interestingly, is going to go to Watkins Glen International. Let's have a quick look at the layout because there's quite a few. So, yep, it's the one with the bus stop. So that will be popular as well. So lots of popular combos, I would say, this week. So there's plenty of stuff to do in the sim. The Ringmeister series, that is going to have the Spec Racer Ford. Again, I actually prefer that over GT3s. I think Ringmeister should really kind of just focus more on the cars that aren't that popular, because I think that's where that series shines. Rainmaster, I don't know anybody who does Rainmaster, honestly. This will be hilarious, by the way. IMSA Vintage, right? IMSA Vintage at Charlotte. I mean, my God, that is going to be chaos. That will be chaos. As soon as the other cars, well, as soon as they start overtaking each other, my goodness me, I think even at the start of that, it's going to be just chaotic. Just getting away from their own classes is going to be hilarious to watch. GTEs, they're going to go to Long Beach, so I think that's a bit of a downgrade in terms of participation, I believe, compared to Sebring. That is for sure. But yeah, that's it for this week in the sports car stuff, really. Don't have to worry about the Creventic stuff yet. That's going to be... Oh, no, I do apologise. There is a Creventic. It is the Creventic 12 hours this weekend, isn't it? How could I possibly forget? So let's talk about this in a little bit more detail, shall we? So Creventic 12 hour, this is with GT3s, GT4s and Porsche Cup cars. You're going to go to Magny Course, so GT Sprint going to Magny Course. Makes sense. Just to get a bit of practice in, to be honest. So if you enjoyed GT Sprint this week or the week just gone, you'll be fine. What is a little bit concerning, though, is the 55% chance of rain. But by the looks of things, you don't have to worry about it for too long, because it looks like it's just going to be... Well, look at that. So it basically it's going to start wet, I would say. I've put a good amount of money on it actually being a wet track when you start practicing your quali. But then it's just going to essentially stop raining, I'd say, from about 3 p.m. and then you can have the rest of the race to dry out. And I think it will dry out relatively quickly, to be frank. So, it should be fairly decent. It's a 12-hour race, Creventic Endurance Series. Not the most popular track in the world, but you can give it a go. And 55% chance of rain. I think it's going to spoil it a little bit. I think it will struggle, but if you're looking to do a 12-hour this weekend, I still think this would be a good one to do. Mixed conditions, you never know what might happen. It's multi-class at a track like this. It will be chaotic, but if you're looking for a bit of fun, I'd definitely recommend this because this could be a good laugh. So there's a cheeky little 12-hour. I do apologise. I thought it was the weekend after. I do apologise. I have got that wrong. Right, let's have a quick look at the Formula Car stuff because I had a look. Sneaky little preview, and it's very good this week. It's very, very good. So the F4, the Asia Tour, that's going to Mount Panorama. So we're going to Bathurst for that. The European Tour of the F4s, they're going to Algarve. So again, fairly decent. The Super Formula Lights, they're going to Road Atlanta. So very, very good. They're great fun at Road Atlanta. F4 Fix, where are we going for that? We're going to go to Long Beach. The Americas, that's going to go to Portland. But yeah, the F3s as well, Nürburgring combined. Some very good stuff this week. If you're into your open formula, if you're open, just into formula license and stuff like that, you're going to have a good, fun week this week. There's plenty of stuff to do if you are into that kind of thing. I've got to say, sports car series this week, looking good. Some really good combos out there. Same with the Formula stuff, some really good combos out there. Let's have a quick look at the NASCAR stuff as well. So let's have a look. So at the moment we're at Iowa, and I think it looks like next we are going to go to Watkins Glen for the next gen cars. Let's have a look at the trucks. That's also at Watkins Glen. I think we're pretty much all going to Watkins Glen. What about the Xfinity series? Yeah, so if you've got Watkins Glen and you're into your NASCAR stuff, fantastic. If you're into your NASCAR stuff, you don't have Watkins Glen, you may want to buy it this week. You may want to buy it. But I've got to say, overall, yes, I know that, IMSA going to Daytona is a common combination, and Falcon Sports Car Challenge at Road America, probably a popular combo. But I think there's just many things to pick this week. I'd probably give this series solid 8 out of 10 in my opinion. I think it's great. You've got a mix of popular combos, some unregular combos, shall we say, and you've got 12-hour this weekend. So I think it's a good week to be on iRacing, and fingers crossed you enjoy it. And hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the old like button on the way out, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Take care. Ta-da.